Hello everyone, today we have a new video review which will be dedicated to the fresh book, and as you can see it comes from Valiant publishing. We have here part of so-called Airframe album series. It's already 19th book and it is dedicated to quite famous type. It's a Fairey Barracuda, and we have, as it's written here, a detailed guide to the Fleet Air Arms first torpedo bomber monoplane. And of course this book is the final shape of this I would say title. It means if you order it from official publisher website, you'll get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review, and it will be interesting to check what is included this time, even though we reviewed some previous books from the same series, so you can find it easily on our YouTube channel. Well, this one is the latest, and that's why it's good that we have a chance to take a closer look together. And I can see, well, to give you straight away the information, we have the typical printing format for this book. So it's a soft cover and there should be around 128 pages inside. As you saw, it's not exactly thick, but it should provide you with all necessary information for this aircraft build. Doesn't matter which scale you pick, still you'll find some interesting info. So if we open it here, we start with the sections page or the contents page, and maybe I'll zoom in so that you can see what we are talking about. So here it is. We have the intro, we have the technical description, also evolution, camouflage and markings, and of course the models together with appendices. So the models might be handy for modelers who would like to build their model, but they don't know how to depict a bit more realistic appearance, but we will talk about it when we will be checking this section. As you can see, everything starts with the preface, which will tell you more about the development history of this aircraft, and this is also a useful material because we get black and white photos. We also get some information on how this aircraft was developed and why this or that version was introduced. As you can see, we have also the foreign service mentioned here, and then we start with the technical part here. So it's starting here. As you can see, it's so-called technical description. So this one will be handy in case you would like to super detail your model, because still, even in the modern plastic, there are some features which are not copied in the standard plastic, so that's why such guides are always handy. And as you can see, author used not only the black and white photos but also the drawings from the original manual, and this is really important because it will give you a better understanding of how this aircraft was designed. And even here with the cockpit, it might look like I would say something what you would expect in this book, but still you can get some additional ideas which you can copy in your model. And again, it doesn't matter which scale you will be picking for your build, still there will be some handy advices here which can be replicated in your model with help of scratch building or maybe some of the aftermarket accessories. And as you can see, this section actually spans for several, more than I would say 10 pages. I would say it's even more than half of the book, because as you can see, we still are here, and here, for example, we discuss the armament. Next, we proceed with the electrical system of this aircraft, and we even have the electrical schemes here in case somebody is interested in this. And we are still on the same chapter. It's still dedicated to various minor usage advices for this aircraft. And finally, on the page 87, we start with the evolution chapter. So this one is great for modelers who would like to depict one particular version, because not always it's easy to get the main differences between this or that type of the aircraft. Here we get them in a quite understandable and easily digestible form. As you can see, main changes are depicted with a dark gray color, and also they have the special writings which will explain you what changed and why it was changed on this or that version. So definitely a useful thing, and I always happy to see them in Valiant books, because nobody else makes such things available in the same source of information. Next, we move on to the camouflage and markings. Of course, it's good that these profiles are printed in color, but as you can see, we still get the black and white photos of the I would say real aircraft, but we get the marking guide, which will give you the idea of how this aircraft was painted. From the photos you can get the weathering ideas, because it's something what is also worth trying to copy on your model build. And as you can see, we also get some cover photos as well, so that's a really cool addition because it will provide you with more ideas. And then we proceed with more markings, which are just given as a history notes and profiles. So it's definitely a good idea to do some of your own research where you'll find some references in order to copy this or that version, because as you can see, you're provided with the aircraft type, you're provided on the information from which year and where it served, and also which covers were used for this marking. But then you can also apply or use a bit of additional search in order to get even more info beside what you are provided here. Next, we continue with the, well, more of the marking guides. Quite interesting that we get the stencil markings here, and as you can see, it's a 1/72 scale drawings, so it might be applicable for one of the builds in 1/72 scale, or you can scale them up if you will be building something in 1/48. And what's even more surprising is that we are on the page 118, and we just start with the model section. So here I can see that it's a special hobby kit in 1/72 scale, and I think we reviewed one of those releases in 1/72 scale, so you can find it easily on our YouTube channel. And the kit itself was quite, I would say, demanding. So it's definitely not something for beginners, and here you actually get some tips on how to get the nice result out of this plastic. As you can see, some modifications were required, some additional features were added by authors, so it's definitely something to read through and to catch some ideas. Here we continue with the chapter which is named as a Barracuda in scale, so we get the list of the popular kits for this aircraft in different scales, in different sizes. We also get the list of the accessories, and by the way, it's not 128 pages, it's 130 pages in total. So on this page you will find the list of the accessories. On the next page we also get the production information, and on the last page we have the bibliography with the useful reads about this aircraft. So definitely check it out, because sometimes there are quite precious and rare books recommended, and they provide you with even more info. So here on the last page we have the price information. It's 21.9 British pounds. So I would say it's on par with the previous releases from this series, and if you plan to build this aircraft, in my opinion, this is one of the best sources you can get for this aircraft, and it should be already available, but I would rather hurry up if you want to get one, because they usually get sold out really quickly, and then it takes some time to find them in stock. So of course I will be happy to hear your opinion about this book release. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below, and if you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.